Welcome to another episode of Behind My Vinyl as we're counting down in anticipation the days till Christmas. This show, of course, is a show where I talk about the vinyl that's important to me, that's a part of my collection, why it's in my collection, how I acquired it, and other stories that might be associated with it. I mentioned in the last episode a Ray Conniff record about Christmas, and since these are all Christmas albums, I thought, why not? Let's do a second Ray Conniff record, and this is Ray Conniff and the Ray Conniff Singers singing Christmas with Conniff. As I mentioned, this is one of the other vinyls that we used to listen to growing up, and this is it right here. And you can see it still has the original shrink wrapped on it, and I even know what Mom paid for it when she bought it, $3.99 new. Can you imagine that? Today you go out and buy vinyl new, $20 at the very least. Sometimes you can get them on sale for $15, but sometimes they're even up to $30, $40 depending on what you get if you buy them new. So I try to get a good portion of my stuff used so I don't break the bank, and my wife loves me for that as well. But this album came to me from my mother as part of my mother's collection, and it too has some phenomenal songs. And I remember listening to this album in particular as we got ready for Christmas. After Thanksgiving, before my dad would go off hunting, we would gather into the living room and put up our fake Christmas tree. In fact, a story about my fake Christmas tree, there used to be a place called, I believe it was called Ward's. I want to say it was Ward's. I might have the name wrong. If you're from Lancaster, it's near where the AC Moore and Service Merchandise used to be. Boy, those stores don't exist either. But my dad did a little bit of dumpster diving. I think he was working there at the time, and they threw this out because one of the branches was bent. So he dumpster dived and got it. We literally used that tree all through the growing up years. And I think my mom might even have it up in her attic somewhere. But we'd put the tree together. We'd hang the glass balls, because literally if you drop them, they would shatter. Yeah, with kids, with 3 boys in the house. Yeah, they didn't last long. I think they went to plastic balls pretty soon. But we would have this album playing as we were getting ready for Christmas, setting up the Christmas tree, setting up the nativity that sat on the GE stereo, our record player at the time. And so this album has some very good songs on it. Here Comes Santa, Here Comes Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Christmas Bride, which I really don't really care, Green Sleeves, What Child Is This? Santa Claus Is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman, Jingle Bells. I love their version of Silver Bells, by the way. We didn't really celebrate Santa growing up too much. However, we did go visit him at the train station nearby, and we would get these little boxes of animal crackers that were absolutely delicious, the Barnum Bailey ones, the little square boxes. You might know what I mean. But this album reminds me of that sort of Christmas. Again, it's worn. It's not in great condition. In fact, the cover of the album itself, the album cover itself, isn't in bad condition, but it's scuffed from the years, us kids handling it. And certainly the record itself has scratches because it's been well played and it's a well-loved record. So, have you heard this album? Do you like this album? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching.